Hello everyone, and today I want to talk to you about a topic that many of us dread but cannot avoid discussing: the overwhelming loss of a spouse. Losing a life partner is one of the most excruciating experiences anyone can face. Beyond the intense emotional pain, this loss brings a whirlwind of decisions, responsibilities, and unexpected challenges that can affect every aspect of your life. We invite you to share your personal experiences in the comments below. Your story might be the support someone else needs right now. If you or someone you love is navigating this difficult journey, stay with me, because what we're going to discuss isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about making choices that protect your emotional, financial, and physical well-being. I'll be sharing 5 crucial no's that can help you steer clear of decisions that might add extra weight to your heart during this trying time. And please, if you find this video helpful, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement not only helps our community grow, but also brings hope and support to those who need it most. Comment below if you agree. Every shared insight makes our community stronger. Now let's begin by exploring these 5 pitfalls and understand how saying no at the right moments can be one of the strongest acts of self-care. One of the most common pitfalls for those who have recently lost a spouse is the temptation to make large financial decisions too quickly. In the midst of heartbreak, you might feel that taking immediate action, whether it's selling your home, withdrawing funds, or making a major investment, will somehow restore a sense of stability and control. I understand that the pressure can be overwhelming, especially when well-intentioned friends, relatives, or even professionals urge you to act now in order to secure your future. Have you ever faced a difficult financial decision during tough times? Share your experience in the comments to help others navigate similar challenges. Let me share an example. Consider the story of Margaret, a 74-year-old widow who was overwhelmed by grief after her husband passed away. Within just a few months, many around her insisted that she should downsize and sell the family home they had cherished for over 4 decades. Convinced that a smaller, more manageable space would ease her financial burdens, she quickly put the house on the market and moved to a new apartment in a different town. However, as the initial shock of loss began to subside, Margaret found herself mourning not only her husband, but also the familiar environment that held countless memories. The decision, made in haste, left her with a lingering sense of regret and a feeling of displacement. This story is not unique. In times of acute grief, our judgment is often clouded by strong emotions. When our hearts are heavy, decisions that seem logical in the moment may not serve our long-term well-being. Financial matters, whether related to real estate, investments, or even dividing assets, are best approached with a clear mind. My advice is simple: give yourself time to process your loss before making irreversible financial moves. Many experts advocate for what is often called the 1-year rule, suggesting that you wait at least a year before undertaking significant financial decisions. This waiting period isn't about procrastination. It's about allowing grief to settle so that you can think clearly about what will genuinely secure your future. If you're facing any financial decisions, consider seeking guidance from a trusted financial advisor who has experience working with individuals in similar circumstances. Remember, taking time now can help prevent deeper emotional and financial wounds later on. Let us know in the comments what financial advice helped you during a difficult time. 2. Resisting the urge to isolate yourself. Grief is a deeply personal journey, and it's natural to want to retreat into solitude when faced with overwhelming loss. However, completely cutting yourself off from friends, family, and social interactions can be counterproductive and may lead to an even deeper sense of isolation. While there is value in spending time alone to process your feelings, it's crucial not to let isolation become your only refuge. Do you have tips for reconnecting when isolation feels overwhelming? Drop your advice in the comments below. Your insight might encourage someone to take that first step. Take, for instance, the case of Walter, a 78-year-old man who lost his wife after 52 years of marriage. In his initial days of mourning, Walter withdrew from social engagements. He stopped answering phone calls, avoided family gatherings, and confined himself to his home, convinced that his sorrow was too profound to share with others. But as time passed, the lack of human contact began to take its toll. Walter's days blended into one another, each filled with an ever-growing sense of loneliness and despair. It wasn't until a concerned neighbor gently invited him over for coffee that he began to see the value of connection. That one small conversation evolved into a weekly ritual, gradually expanding into occasional meetups with old friends and even participation in a local support group. Social interaction, even in modest doses, can help dilute the intensity of grief. Engaging in conversations, sharing memories, or simply being around people can provide comfort and reassurance that you're not alone in your struggle. I encourage you to allow yourself to be vulnerable and accept the support of those who care. Even if you aren't in the mood for lengthy discussions, sometimes merely sitting in the same space with someone who listens can be incredibly healing. If you've overcome isolation, share your breakthrough moment in the comments. Your courage can spark hope in others. 3. Prioritizing your health and well-being. When a spouse passes away, it's all too easy to neglect your own health. Between the weight of grief and the overwhelming responsibilities that suddenly emerge, self-care often takes a back seat. You might skip doctor's appointments, let your meals become irregular, or lose interest in activities that once brought you joy. But your well-being, both physical and mental, is paramount, not only for you, but also as a way to honor the memory of your lost loved one. What self-care practices have been lifesavers for you during challenging times? Comment below and help us create a resource of wellness tips. Consider the experience of James, an 81-year-old gentleman who, after his wife's passing, gradually began to neglect his basic health needs. He stopped preparing nutritious meals, opting instead for quick, processed foods, and he even began skipping regular checkups. Over time, James felt his energy wane, his sleep became disturbed, and his overall mood deteriorated. It wasn't until his daughter, noticing the changes, intervened and encouraged him to reintroduce healthy habits that he began to recover. James started with simple changes, a balanced breakfast, a short walk in the park, and resuming his routine checkups, and soon found that his physical strength and emotional resilience began to improve. Grief can exact a heavy toll on your body. Studies have indicated that the stress associated with bereavement can contribute to a higher risk of heart problems, weakened immune function, and even cognitive decline. While it may seem counterintuitive to focus on self-care when you're overwhelmed by loss, taking care of your health is not a betrayal of your grief. Instead, it is a necessary step in ensuring that you have the strength to face each new day. It is essential to understand that self-care isn't selfish, it's survival. A well-balanced diet, regular physical activity, adequate sleep, and mental health support are the cornerstones of recovery. Whether it's scheduling regular appointments with your healthcare provider, joining a gentle exercise class, or even simply taking a quiet moment for yourself each day, these actions will help you rebuild your strength gradually. And if you ever feel that your grief is too much to bear alone, don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional or support group. Your health matters, and taking even small steps towards self-care can have a significant impact on your long-term recovery. Share your favorite self-care tip in the comments below and inspire others to take charge of their health. 4. Avoiding a premature dive into new relationships. The pain of losing a spouse can leave a void that feels impossible to fill. In the aftermath, the desire for companionship and emotional support might be overwhelming, tempting you to jump into a new relationship before you're truly ready. While the idea of finding someone to share your life with again can be incredibly appealing, it's important to approach new relationships with caution and not let the urgency to fill a void lead you into another set of emotional pitfalls. Have you ever navigated the delicate balance of seeking new companionship after loss? Comment below to share your journey and advice. Let's talk about Barbara, a 72-year-old woman who found herself yearning for connection after losing her husband of nearly 50 years. Not long after her loss, she met someone through a mutual friend and quickly became involved in a new relationship. At first, it seemed like the companionship and shared moments were just what she needed to distract from the loneliness. However, as the initial excitement faded, Barbara began to notice that the relationship was moving too fast, and she started to feel trapped by expectations that she wasn't ready to meet. The emotional weight of her loss made it difficult to tell if she was falling in love with the new person or simply seeking solace from the emptiness left behind. In time, she realized that her rush into a new relationship had compounded her grief rather than easing it. There is no definitive timeline for healing, and each person's journey is unique. It's crucial to process your emotions fully before opening yourself up to someone new. Rushing into a relationship might temporarily ease feelings of loneliness, but it can also lead to complications, misunderstandings, and even feelings of guilt or betrayal toward your late spouse. Moreover, grief can sometimes distort your judgment, leading you to overlook potential red flags or to settle for a relationship that doesn't truly meet your emotional needs. Take the time you need to heal. Focus on rediscovering your personal interests, reconnecting with friends and family, and understanding what you really want from your future. When you do feel ready to consider a new relationship, ensure that your decision comes from a place of genuine connection and self-assurance, not from an overwhelming urge to fill a void. What are your thoughts on entering new relationships after loss? We'd love to hear your perspective in the comments below. 5. Letting go of possessions without losing their meaning. One of the most emotionally charged challenges following the loss of a spouse is determining what to do with their belongings. Every item, a piece of clothing, a photograph, a handwritten note, carries memories of a shared life. The thought of letting go, even just a little, can feel like erasing part of the past. Many widows and widowers find themselves holding on to every possession, hoping that by preserving these objects, they can keep the memory of their loved one alive. However, this well-intentioned act can sometimes impede the healing process. Have you found creative ways to honor your loved one's memory through keepsakes? Share your ideas in the comments. Your creativity can inspire someone in need. Let me illustrate with the story of Harold, a 76-year-old gentleman who, after losing his wife of 55 years, left everything exactly as it was. Her favorite chair, the shoes by the door, even the way her clothes were neatly arranged in the closet. Nothing was touched. Initially, maintaining the status quo provided Harold with a comforting illusion that his wife was still very much a part of his everyday life. But as time went on, the untouched remnants of her presence became a constant reminder of his loss, hindering his ability to embrace new beginnings. Eventually, with the encouragement of close family members, Harold began a gradual process of sorting through her belongings. He chose to donate many items while preserving only a few that held the most sentimental value. This act of thoughtful letting go didn't diminish her memory. Rather, it created a space for healing and allowed him to honor her legacy in a more balanced way. It's important to understand that letting go does not mean forgetting. Instead, it is a deliberate choice to honor the past while making room for your own emotional recovery. clinging to every material item can trap you in a state of prolonged mourning, making it difficult to find comfort in the present. Instead, consider repurposing or reinterpreting some of these items, perhaps by creating a memory album, a quilt from old clothing, or even sharing cherished possessions with family members who will continue to celebrate your loved one's life. These acts not only preserve the memories, but also transform them into something that supports your journey forward. What meaningful ways have you discovered to preserve memories? Let us know in the comments below. Every idea can light the way for someone else. Final thoughts: honoring memory while embracing life. Losing a spouse is one of life's most profound and painful transitions. It alters the way you live, the way you think, and the way you view the future. In the midst of this overwhelming grief, every decision you make can either support your healing journey or hinder it. That's why it is so important to be mindful of these 5 critical no's. Declining hasty financial decisions, avoiding complete isolation, prioritizing your health, resisting the urge to rush into new relationships, and carefully choosing what to let go of. Your thoughts are powerful. Share in the comments which "no" resonates with you the most, and why. Every step you take after your loss matters. Your decisions during this period are not just about managing grief. They are about setting the foundation for a future that honors both your memories and your capacity for new happiness. Remember, healing is not a linear process, and there is no one-size-fits-all approach. It's okay to take your time, to seek help when needed, and to embrace the small victories along the way. Before we wrap up, I'd like to invite you to join the conversation. What part of today's discussion resonated with you the most? Which insight do you feel is the most crucial for your own journey toward healing? Please drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I truly value hearing your stories. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Your support inspires us to continue sharing honest, compassionate content that makes a real difference. Don't be shy. Your comment could be the spark of hope someone else needs. Join the conversation now. In closing, I want to stress that this journey through grief, though challenging, is also an opportunity to rediscover your strength, redefine your future, and honor the love you once shared. There is no timeline for healing, only the promise that with each day you will find moments of clarity, hope, and even joy. By saying no to decisions made in haste and yes to care, reflection, and gradual healing, you are taking the courageous steps needed to rebuild a life filled with purpose and warmth. We're eager to hear your thoughts. Please share your reflections in the comments, and let's support one another on this journey. Thank you for spending this time with me. I truly appreciate each one of you who takes the step to watch, comment, and share your own journey. Remember, you are not alone. Together, we can create a supportive community that not only grieves but also grows and finds peace after loss. Until next time, take gentle care of yourself and know that brighter days can emerge even after the deepest night of sorrow. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay safe, stay connected, and keep believing in your strength. If you're still with me and found today's insights valuable, please leave a comment below with your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that aims to inform, support, and inspire you. Your engagement truly helps us continue on this journey together. Your comment matters. Share your voice below, and let's keep this supportive conversation going. Thank you for watching.